Alright, so I wrote down everything I wanted to say for this video, and then I started looking for clips to like play in the background, and then I found this, and it's so, what's the word, ironic, just seeing that this video starts out with them scripting like, you know, a little argument before they play a one-on-one, and now that's pretty much what's going on now. It's them bickering with Deestroying, even though Deestroying hasn't really responded, but let's jump right into it. So Javonte Hursey, Deestroying's ex-editor, has been posting videos exposing D for the last week. Now from here on, I will refer to Deestroying as Donald, since a lot of people call me D, and it would feel weird saying my nickname over and over throughout the video. Anyways, here's what went down. So Javonte has posted 4 videos about his split between him and Donald, and he has a 5th one coming soon. Now, his first video is essentially Hursey's initial feelings on the situation. The important parts of the video, he points out the absence of Troy and Beans. He mentions that Donald wouldn't allow Troy to sign with his Deestroying brand, and he also throws shade at Kiana, aka Kiki the Goat, Deestroying's girlfriend, but we'll get into that soon. If you want to know more about Javonte, watch that video, because everything else he didn't really get into. If you want to know more about Javonte, watch that video, because everything else he didn't really go into, but he doubled down on his second video, and the rest of it is just him explaining his upbringing and how he met Donald. Okay, so the second video is where shit gets real, and this is what struck me as a YouTuber and just as a person in general. So video 2 has a lot of information, and I also have some information from a casual fan's perspective that actually proves Hursey's point. He starts off video 2 saying that his falling out with Donald was a buildup of smaller issues, not just one big issue. He explains that some of these issues, for example, were like Donald didn't invite Hursey, Beans, or Troy to his 1 million subscribers celebration. Now, as a YouTuber, this is a big deal, especially with like Hursey being his freaking editor and Troy being, you know, his best friend since he was 10 years old, but we'll get into that. Instead, he celebrated at Top Girl with his girlfriend. My opinion on that later. This is the part that caught my ear and got me low-key a little emotional. Bro, Hursey brings up Beans, and Beans is a guy who appeared on Donald's channel for a brief period of time. I believe the story behind him is he's an ex-D3 quarterback. Anyways, Hursey explains that Beans wasn't paid, and Beans helped Donald out a lot. And if you watch those videos, Beans was a big part of them. Like, he played quarterback, he was, you know, energy, he was a big part of it. Anyways, Hursey pointed out that Donald eventually stopped shouting him out, and it was so bad that Beans would have to shout himself out in the videos.
But Beans would go out of his way to help D with a video, and D wouldn't pay him, and it was very weird about shoutouts, to the point to where Beans used to have to take the initiative in the video to be like, yo, subscribe to my channel, link in the description. Like, it was weird.
I'm gonna be at the top of the description. No, he not. Come on.
Long story short, Donald used Beans and then cut him off. The little things added up, and Hursey eventually ended up quitting. This is where it gets interesting. So Hursey was going to film a video in LA with Donald, and when Hursey quit, he offered to film and edit that one last video, and Donald was okay with that. But then out of nowhere, Donald changed his mind, and Hursey asked, like, why did you change your mind? Was it because of Kiki? And he basically said yeah. And then Hursey brought up the fact that she's probably, you know, telling him not to work with Hursey so she can go on these trips, because Donald would bring Hursey because he's the filmer and editor, and he wouldn't bring Kiki because, you know, she's just a girlfriend. Then Hursey gave another example about how when Donald was with the Argonauts, he flew Hursey out but left him in a shitty Airbnb.
90% of the time when I was in Toronto, and I was in a shitty Airbnb with like no AC. Like, it was a struggle when I was out there.
I'm gonna skip over a few things, so if you want like all the juicy details, watch Hursey's video. I'm gonna link every video I've referenced in here, but there are 2 more references I'm going to make before I get into my own opinions and analyzation. The second to last thing is Hursey did more than just edit Donald's videos. He was the filmer, the planner, and he even wrote scripts, and there probably was even more that he did. Look at this, is what he had to say about it.
If you really think about the amount of work that I put in, D just shows up to film, and then he goes home and hangs out with his girlfriend for 2 or 3 days until I finish the video. So he shows up to film while I edit for 2 days, and then we film again. So I'm doing all the work. work. On top of the whole entire time we were working together, I was giving him ideas that I could have done on my channel.
And the last thing I want to reference from Hursey's video is he claims that Kiki didn't like Troy, so Donald cut him off.
And all that. And I guess it's safe to say that Kiana wasn't a fan of Troy, and because of that, D distanced himself from his best friend since he was 10 years old. Not just distanced himself, but like cut him off completely. This man let him sleep on his couch when D was homeless.
So I know from this, even though Donald has only responded via an IG story, it looks like he say, she say, but I've been watching Donald for a while, and I'd admit I'm not a diehard fan, but I watch enough to notice, like, hey, where's Cowboy Jairus? Hey, where's King Troy? And I didn't really think about or ask about Hursey, you know, where he's been, because it was pretty public that Hursey quit. They even made a whole video about it, whatever. I'll get into that in a sec. So that was the end of that, I thought. So after video 2, Donald responded on Instagram calling Hursey a liar. He also left a long comment under Hursey's video, allegedly. He allegedly left a long comment under Hursey's video claiming that, like, basically he's ungrateful, he's lying, you know, this didn't really happen, and that Donald did this, and this for him, and this is what you know, this is how you respond. And playing devil's advocate, I understand why Donald would be upset with Hursey. From his point of view, it's his channel. He's been having insane success for a while, and even Hursey admitted that sometimes, like, he would question Donald, and he wasn't a yes man, which you shouldn't be, but like he would like be a little negative. And for someone he's paying to be like, yo, are you sure this is a good video? Or yo, I don't know about this. I guess it could be annoying, because Donald is like, yo, shut the fuck up, do your job, I'm paying you, we're on the up and up, the videos are doing great. And excluding Beans, Troy, and Jairus, Donald, from a casual fan's perspective, did everything he had to do with Hursey. I mean, like, there was more things that happened behind the scenes, but from our eye, Hursey quit, and then Donald made a video about it on his channel. And even in front of what I remember, it was all good vibes. He even shouted out Hursey and told us to go watch the video Hursey posted, and the video was titled "Dear Deestroying, This Is Why I Quit" or whatever. And I remember that vividly because I watched that, and this is how I found out that Hursey quit. Overall, I still mess with Donald. I mean, I'll look at him a little different, but to be honest, the kids still love him, and his public image is gonna remain untouched. But now here's the reason why I actually made the video. Hursey made great points that's going to be extremely hard for Donald to debunk if he so chooses. Like, the grievances that Hursey had, yeah, they're ass, and I feel for him, but at the end of the day, it's business and you got paid, so for most people it won't matter. But the guy I feel the most for is Troy, aka King Troy. Like, even Hursey admits he feels more for Troy than he does about himself. And if you watch that documentary / the come up story for Donald and Troy met when they were 10 years old. Bro, look at the top fucking comment on this video, dude. Let's get back into it. 10 years old, they grew up together. Troy got him into football. Troy got Deestroying into football. Deestroying played soccer at first. He got him into football that earned him a Division I scholarship, bro. A Division I scholarship. And then once he lost that scholarship, Troy gave him a fucking home. Like, Donald was basically homeless after he got his scholarship revoked, and Troy gave him a home and a place to sleep. And then if you go back and you watch the Be Like videos, the videos that blew up Donald in the first place, Troy was a big part of them. Like, he was a majority. He was at least 40 to 50, maybe even, dare I say, 60% of the freaking videos. Like, he was. And then, like, they were so close to the point where Donald and Troy's bond was so tight. As they were getting closer, as Donald was getting closer to reaching 1 mil, or even after that, they were teasing a music project called quote unquote Blood Brothers. Like, that's how close they were. And that's just tough. Like, I just realized that Donald no longer uses Troy's verse or any of Troy's verses in the background, and we know Deestroying always advertises his music. And according to Hursey, Donald cut Troy off because of Kiki. The relationship between Donald and Hursey, the guy who edited the videos that made him famous in the first place, allegedly was ruined because of Kiki. Beans jurists all left behind over a girl. All right, I don't know where the hell I want to throw this in at, but like that is so tough. Like Hursey was explaining how like Deestroying was like, yo, you guys are helping me out, stick with me guys, like when I grow and I blow up, like I got y'all and stuff like that. And then his whole fucking brand, from his merch to like his message, is always 10 toes down, and he's always preaching that. But you know, this, like, for him to preach 10 toes down and then he leaves his fucking, I can't really say he left his editor because Hursey technically quit, but he leaves his fucking, his fucking brother, bro. Troy, that's not a friend, that's a fucking brother. He left his fucking brother over a guy, for a girl, bro. He left his brother over a fucking girl. Beans, bro. Like, Beans was in a lot of videos, and Hursey said like Beans would go out of his way to help Deestroying. And if you watch those videos, you'll fucking believe that Beans went out of his way to help Deestroying. And that's just fucked up. You just left him behind, and your whole brand is 10 toes down, but you left behind Beans and Juris and fucking Troy, of all fucking people. You left behind Troy. You ditched them for fucking, oh my gosh, bro, that's tough. All right, back to the video. Hursey is planning on dropping a video with more information that will quote unquote expose Donald. If you guys want me to break that video down or react to it, I'm also afraid because like Donald did some really messed up stuff to Hursey, and Hursey says Troy got it worse. So I'm gonna end this video saying, Troy, bro, give us your story, bro. Like, what happened between you and Donald? Like, I know he's your brother and all, but he's out there living the dream, and you're nowhere to be found. And Troy, like, Donald's fan base, I'm pretty sure I'm not the other one, they want to hear from you. Like, hey man, come get your bread, come clear your chest. Like, we need that. Hey, it's your host, Exo One Fox Boy, and I'm out.